Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Donna and I am the Creole Crafter. I have here 3 signs from Dollar Tree, and I have a stencil that I got from Walmart like 3 or 4 years ago, and it was after Christmas. And I think I'm going to pay like 10 cents for the stencil. And I'm going to use some apple barrel paint. I'll be using the apple barrel white acrylic paint, and I'll be using the Waverly chalk paint and ink, which is just the color black. So right here, if you decide to do this project, what you need to do is peel all of the paper off the front of all 3 signs. And that's just what I'm doing here. And I'm using my heat gun to try to melt some of the glue that's under the paper to make it easier for the paper to come off. Well, it didn't really work. It helped a little, but it didn't really work. I ended up having to just use the sander and sanding it off. I use my electric sander, but if you don't, you can get like the block sanders from Dollar Tree or some sandpaper from your hardware store. And right here I'm taking the hanger that's on the back off, and it's just one of the sawtooth hangers with 2 screws. I'm just unscrewing the screw and taking it off. And I'm showing you here the tag that's on the back. You don't have to worry about getting it off because I'll show you how to cover the back of your sign. And here I'm just getting ready to paint all 3 signs with the Waverly chalk paint and ink. And I'm doing something. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. I guess I was getting my paintbrush. But anyway, yeah, you want to give all 3 signs a full coverage. And I use 1 coat on each sign. And now all 3 signs have been painted and they're completely dry. And I'm just showing you that they're completely dry. So what you want to do next to make 1 complete sign so that the stencil can fit the whole sign is you want to glue those 3 together. And what I used was some hot glue to glue them together. And right here I'm just showing you that I'm going to take, those are the large craft sticks from Walmart, and I'm just going to put a little hot glue on the back of them and put them to the back of the sign where the seams are, where I glued them together, just to reinforce the signs. Not saying that the hot glue won't be enough to hold them together, but it's just a sense of security when you add the craft sticks too. So now here, that's one of my chip brushes that I got from Dollar Tree, and it got old and I was going to throw it away. And what I decided to do was I took my scissors and I cut the bristles down short. So I wanted to make it look like a nighttime snowfall. So I'm just dipping it into acrylic paint and flipping my finger across the brush. And I just want to see if how would that work with that type of brush being cut down, the bristles being cut down that short. And it worked pretty good. I like the way it came out. So I guess I won't be throwing that brush away after all. And there you can see it's like it's lightly snowing. I like that effect. Now here I took the stencil and I just used some regular Scotch tape and taped it down to hold it in place. And I'm going to use the round circular sponge that you find at DollarTree. I'm using the larger one since the stencil is kind of large. And I'll just be tapping the paint over the letters in the stencil. Yeah, I'm just tapping away. And look, I could have sung you guys a little song while I was showing you how to tap the paint. Nah, I better not sing. And now I'm lifting the stencil up. And I took the stencil off while the paint is wet in case there's some spots that I need to touch up, like right by the top of the S. And I want to close in that O. So for me, it works better to do my touch-up work while the paint is still wet, as to it being completely dry. And I'm just doing my touch-up work and see where I closed in the O and added a little more paint to the S. And now it's completely dry. So next I'll be adding some embellishment. I didn't want to do anything large because I didn't want the embellishment to cover the letters. So I just took a pick and put it together and glued it on top of just a little finger bow that I made with some gold ribbon that I had. And I'll be adding a berry to it. I'm just going to glue it in the middle of the sign. Yeah, I think this came out so cute. I really love this sign. And you can hang it, like if you have a mud room or the back door from the garage or something where you come in the house and you want a place to hang your keys that's close to the door for when you go in and out. I think that would be perfect for that. And right here I'm just tracing some shipping paper to put a back on the sign, and I got that roll of paper from Dollar Tree. And I'll just cut it out and glue it on the back. Now something happened, and after I glued the paper on it, it was a happy mistake. I used a glue stick to glue it down, but some of the paper, it was uneven. It wasn't an exact fit to the back, so I had like a little bit of the shipping paper. It was still God, I'm just explaining this so bad, but you'll see what I'm talking about. Some of the paper went beyond the edge of the sign. That's what I'm saying. So what I did was took some sandpaper, and I'm showing you right here where I used the sandpaper to edge the paper that was overlapping. And what happened was the sandpaper, you'll see what's the word I'm trying to use? Oh my God, what is going on with me today in these words? Anyway, I used the sandpaper, and yeah, and I went around the whole sign with the sandpaper. And then after I saw what had happened, I took some of my antique wax and I dry brushed over the whole entire sign, and it came out so nice. So for me, that was a really happy mistake. I really truly liked the way it came out. Yes, I like that. So if you like my projects that I'm doing in this video, please give me a big thumbs up. And guys, leave me a comment. I truly want to read what you think or what you have to say. And press the notification bell. And right there I put a piece of the shipping paper over the twine, because I added the twine after I put the back, where I should have added it before so it wouldn't show, but it did. So I just cut a piece of the shipping paper to put over it, and I hid it. Now we have DIY number 2. These candy canes are at Dollar Tree. You can pick one up from there. And what I'm going to do is just take everything off. Just strip it of everything, all the ribbon, the tags, and everything. And I'll be coming back with that ribbon right there that I got from Family Dollar. And it was $1, the same as Dollar Tree. So I'm just going to take everything off. Yep. There goes the ribbon. And right here, I'm just trying to figure out where's the end that started or the end that ended it when they put it on. Yeah, so it'll just unwrap off if you find the very end of, and take those snowflakes off. And I keep them. When I do projects like this, if I take embellishment off of something, I take those embellishments and I keep them, because I may need them or I may be able to use them for another project. Okay, so now it's been totally stripped of everything. I'm showing you that they had these little prongs on the side, and what I did was just took my little nippers and I just went all the way around and cut the prong off. But the hanger, I did not cut the hanger off. I left that there because, I mean, I can keep that as the original hanger. I won't have to add a hanger to it. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to take that ribbon and wrap it around the whole entire candy cane. And you want to start at the very bottom and fold over a piece and hot glue it. Or if you choose to tape it, but I chose to hot glue it right in the center so it can hold to one side as I bring the ribbon around to the other side. And what you want to do is just wrap the ribbon all around. And as you're wrapping it around, you want to wrap in a diagonal, angled all the way up and around. Don't forget, guys, if you like my project, give me a big thumbs up. Hit the notification bell to be notified of my next video. Like, subscribe, and share it with your friends, your family. And when you get around to the top of the candy cane, like where the curve is, you're going to have to do some adjusting because of the curve. The pattern changes. But it wasn't hard. It was very easy. And I did was like pinch the ribbon closer together in the curve. And here I have some picks that I got from DollarTree. And I'm just showing you the colors that I have. And I have red and silver. And I'll be using those to embellish the candy cane with. And I have some silver and gold berries, pick berries from DollarTree. I'll also be using those. And I'm just showing you that I pulled out some pine cones, some large ones and small ones, in case I decide to use those. But in the end, I didn't use the pine cones, but you can, if you like pine cones, you might want to add them to your embellishment. Or you can use whatever picks or whatever ribbon you like. And here I'm just showing you the ribbon. Now, all of those rolls of ribbon came from Family Dollar. And that's some floral tape. And that ribbon there came from DollarTree, from Crafted Square. So I decided to, well, at first I was just going to use one colored ribbon. I was going to choose between one color out of those. Then I decided, hey, why not use all of them? So I ended up using all the ribbon. And here I'm just measuring my ribbon so I know how many inches I wanted, how long or how short I wanted. And I'm going to cut this piece here and put it against the candy cane to see if that's the size that I want my bow to be. And I'll just take it and fold it over in the middle from end to end. And I'll just be making a simple bow and just stacking the simple bows on top of each other. And I'll take some twine and twist them together and puff out my little bow. But that's all. I'm not a bow maker. And simple is what works for me when it comes to making a bow. I just haven't gotten to the fantastic bow stage yet. And here, and see, I just made a simple bow and I stacked it on top of each other, and I took my picks and I glued them in up underneath the bow and gave my bow a tail, and that was it. And I think it came out beautiful. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's simple and it's beautiful. And I'm showing you here that, see, I just added a little silver piece of twine that where the hanger was. I left the hanger there. I really like that. And it was so simple. Nothing, nothing hard. Not at all. And there they are, the Let It Snow and the candy cane. Thank you again so much for tuning into my channel. And if you stay with me until the end, I deeply appreciate you. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, and comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much. Now you guys have a good day, good afternoon, good night, or whatever time it is that you're watching this video. I hope that you have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.